Well, good night, everyone. It's 1:30 here, and I can't sleep. I woke up a little late today, at around 10, and then my dad right now is watching TV, and my brother's playing guitar really loud, but well, not really loud, but just enough that it prevents me from sleeping. I'm a light sleeper, very light sleeper. I wake up with any little sound, so I need complete silence to sleep. Which at first I didn't like silence. It scared me a little bit. But then I got used to it. I faced, I don't know, my fear phobia of silence when I sleep, and so now I'm able to sleep easily and comfortably with silence. And a lot of people cannot do that. I read that most people need some kind of noise, and I do. I do sleep very well when there's a fan going on or a consistent sound that has no breaks and doesn't stop and start over and over again in short periods of time. And that is what I find um, annoying and perturbing. That, I think that's the word. Because perturbs, he perturbs me. Perturbing. It is a word. It is a word. I'll look it up after this video, and I'll make sure it is a word. Also, I'm doing this fitness revolution videos, so but mostly I'll just talk about my life and what I do, since I don't have that many friends or that many people that I hang out with. I spend a lot of time by myself, and it gets lonely. Honestly, it gets very lonely being alone. That's torture. I think that's why outcasting, when they outcast someone or they cast him out of a village or somewhere, it's such a terrible punishment next to death or right below death. It's either death or I forgot. I think it is outcasting. But yeah, when they make him leave, never to come back, because you live somewhere else and you have to meet new people, make new friends. You can never see your childhood friends again. If they still do that, that's an example of what people used to do back then, and and that punishment was to make them be alone because they know loneliness. It's so it's really bad. It affects people in really bad ways. It can affect you mentally. That's why there's a lot of crazy people, because they spend a lot of time by themselves without doing anything. All they do is watch TV, and that's what I used to do. I used to watch TV a lot, but then I read. I had to read a book for language and composition at the AP Lang in Comp. I had to read. It was just an fiction book, so I chose 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne's, and I really liked that book. I found out reading is so relaxing. It helps you pass the time if you're bored, or if you can learn a lot even from fiction books. They teach you a lot if you really pay attention to the small details. And you can read fast or slow. You don't have to be going crazy fast. I've heard some people can read, I think, Crime and Punishment in about 20 minutes and understand the plot. They could tell you what most of the characters were, what they did, and things that another person would take him most likely a week at least to read that whole book and provide the same amount of information that the person that read it in 20 minutes provided. So that's it. And well, really quick, I'll say what I ate and what I did for exercise. And what it was is that I woke up at around like 10, I said. Then I woke up, I ate oatmeal with almond milk. This time it was the chocolate kind, of normal almond milk, and that milk is really good. It tastes delicious. It has such a thick flavor. You can when it's in your mouth, you can really feel the milk in that cocoa in that milk. You know the little particles, everything in it. It's just so rich in flavor. I don't know if you've ever had anything rich in flavor, but if you do, you would understand what I mean. Like something thick that you can move around, that you can mold, touch it, feel its essence. That's how good that milk is. And I ate that while I was doing homework. Then I did homework for a few hours, and I would have done it faster, but my computer was real slow. I've been using it a lot lately, like about 6 to 8 hours a day because I've been doing homework. I took summer classes and I just want to get it done in 2 weeks and then not worry about it. Enjoy the rest of my summer, do other things I want, and not have to keep thinking about I have homework, I have to do a final project, I can do extra credit. So I did that, and then well, I fell asleep for a little bit because I was upstairs. I was laying down. I connected it to the TV in the living room, and we have a reclinable couch. Well, the two seats on the sides are reclinable. So I was there, very relaxed, laying down, and I fell asleep for a little bit because I was waiting for it to load, but it took forever. It was taking such a long time. I fell asleep in the meantime. And well, then I was upstairs because I was gonna return my AC. It didn't work. It They damaged it during the shipping, so I had to return it. And for that, I had to wait for the UPS driver to come and get it. You have to be in there to give it to them, so it's all authorized. They give you a receipt. You don't have to sign for that. And then while I did that, I ate. I kept doing my homework, but the computer was too slow, so I stopped, and I came down to my room. I relaxed for a bit, and then I worked out. I did one of those freeletics body weight exercises or workouts they had. I did, I think it was the Persephone one, and and I did it in about 17 minutes, I think. I did the standard version, and the other athletes in there, which I can only see the actual models for freeletics. I don't have any friends in there. I asked a few friends, but they didn't want to join, and so I can only see what the models of freeletics their timing is, and some of them I think the fastest was 12, which wasn't so bad really because it usually takes me almost twice or three times the time that it takes them. So and this time it only took me 5 minutes longer, which it wasn't bad. I thought it's progress in my opinion. So I did that, then I took a shower, and then I got ready. I went to the park. I met this lady with her husband, and they were training their dog. It was a really nice white Sami female, Samiel, I think they call them. They look like husky. They're really fluffy, really hairy like huskies, but she was pure white. She was beautiful, and she was so smart too. They would talk to her, and she would understand what they were saying. But anyways, they were training her to be like service dogs, I think. But it wasn't as much as that. I think it was a degree less. But so they were teaching her to stay still. When they if they greet someone, if they shake someone's hand, the dog has to stay still and not move around or get anxious about the other person, or when they see food on the ground, she would lay it there, and the dog has to stay calm. Doesn't even have to look at the food. So she was very obedient. I mean, she still had to work a little bit, but she was a very smart dog. I've never seen a dog do anything like that in real person. You see dogs in the movies, and they can act. They're very obedient, but I've never actually seen a dog do that in real person. And when you see it, it's like you're in shock. You're like, wow, a dog can actually do that. That's amazing. But I guess more people have seen it. I don't go out much, so I haven't had that many experiences. But I'm planning on doing that. Just at least go to the park, go to the park and meet new people there. Go to a coffee shop. I was very shy, shy during high school, so I literally had no friends, no one to talk to, and that was very lonely. So now I just I talk to anyone. I read some books on how to socialize, which is a little embarrassing, but yeah, I did that, and ever since I did, it's been better. I feel not I haven't really bonded with anyone, like made a really strong friendship, but at least I can talk to people. That provides me with moment with I don't know, happiness at the moment. It makes me a little happy for during the moment, interacting with another human being. I used to underestimate how important that was, but it's it's a key factor to health. Because you can probably see people, big people who seem happier than someone who's very fit. But maybe that big person has more friends. He's able to socialize better, to connect with people better at an emotional level than the other person is able to. So that helps a lot too. And so remember to have the social aspect of it too, not just the physical aspect, but socializing too. It's very important. Never forget about it. I read in the 48 Laws of Power that it's always good to read and learn more, but never neglect your social skills because they are the ones that will take you to the top. Without social skills, you cannot get anywhere, honestly. Because let's say you might be very good at something or very smart, but if you don't know how to communicate that and make other people understand, then what's the use for it? You won't be able, you won't, you're not good at anything. You have to be able to teach others and make others do things that would take a lot of time. That if you could get them done, that if someone else can do it, then you can worry about bigger, more important things, and do more, accomplish more in your life. So that's what that is all about. And I think that was it for this video. I'm gonna post one right after this, maybe just to I don't know, say other things. I might not. So well, this is the end of this video. So always remember to stay positive, stay motivated, and keep moving forward in life. That is very important. And feel free to subscribe and like it, uh, comment if you didn't like anything, if you don't like moving my hand. I talk a lot with my hands here. it helps me. I've always done it. But if that bothers you, let me know and I'll stop doing it. So, yeah, that was the only thing. Alright, have a good night.